Cheryl St. George again, Hamilton Drive. Just on resolution number 11, the request for proposals for property maintenance service. So there are properties in town that need services. My question is, aren't banks and who hold the mortgages required to maintain properties of zombie houses and all? I mean, so we have an inventory of abandoned houses or houses that need maintenance services. My question to the town is, how many of those have banks that are going to be held accountable for those pieces of property?
Yeah, the legislation did change. It has changed, but there is a process at which we have to inventory the property. There's timing that our property maintenance person now has to go out like every 30 days, document that it's vacant before we can declare it as vacant or abandoned. Once that happens, any property maintenance fees that we accumulate up to there, it can go back to the bank if the bank is listed as the servicer. So we're actually in a pilot right now with Mickey Kearns and Cornell University at Cornell. I'm trying to think which university. What was that? No. Yeah, sorry. We're one of 2 communities that were invited to be part of this pilot. So when the foreclosure is filed immediately, the town clerk then sends this information over to Boston College, Boston University.
Okay.
We're working with Boston University and their attorneys. They dig into it and find who the servicer on the mortgage, because a lot of times we can't find who's servicing the mortgage based on the title. So they're going to give us back all that information. So we'll have that right away now, which then we can go after the banks. But there is a process in which we have to document the property maintenance until we can verify. There has to be a 90-day time frame that we have to go out every 30 days, document that there's nobody in the house before it can be deemed vacant and abandoned. So as the legislation does make the banks more responsible, but there is a lot more work on our side to keep all that information documented.
Okay, so I guess my one question to the town would be, how can we as a community be aware of the numbers and the status? So how many houses are considered vacant? How many of them don't have the service provider being a mortgage or a bank? Is there any way to see that?
We keep an inventory, but also too, we launched our B2B property website, which is vacant to value, which we're asking the residents for their help to see if they've noticed any type of abandoned property in their neighborhoods, where they can let us know by filling out, if you believe this to be abandoned, then we get the information. We can start tracking that house. But we do have an inventory of houses that were currently, and I can only say from when I came in to when I took office, they were spending around $250,000 a year between property maintenance and demolition. We are now well under $10,000. That's why we can do it on a wheel. We don't have to bid it out. So we've actually cleaned it up because we were cutting grasses that banks should have been cutting. Right. We were cutting grasses that banks were already cutting. So so that list is considerably down. I think I want to say if we have 20 houses, that's a lot.
Okay. All right.
So
thank you.
We've been working on that. That's been
because I mean, there's some properties that have been. There's one on Hamilton on the lake that's not even finished being built on the inside. The ladder's still there since I moved here in 1994. It just sits there abandoned.
Is it reported? Is the grass getting cut?
Not much grass. I'll get an address and report it.
Yeah, call the building department. We get these calls daily. Okay. Our property maintenance person is out, every day, all day long. That's all he's doing is looking for any type of violation. And when we get a violation, just so you know, we get a call, there's a violation of a unlicensed vehicle in a property. We actually do that whole neighborhood to see if there's any other property violations, property maintenance. Only because, if you're out there, you might as well, so you're not singling out one house.
Okay, thank you.